Hello and welcome to the channel. I literally just dropped my first video and the awesome devs over at GameNative have already cooked up a fresh new version, and this one is seriously juicy. This is GameNative version 0.9.2, packed with new features, performance tools, and a ton of fixes that make emulating PC games on Android feel way more polished. So without any further delay, Leah here, let's dive into it. A major new change in 0.9.2 is the integration of LSFG VK, Lossless Scaling Frame Generation, directly into GameNative. If you haven't heard of it before, LSFG is basically a smart frame multiplier. Your game still renders, for example, 30 real frames per second, but LSFG uses motion data to generate extra in-between frames. So what you see can look like 60, 90, or even more FPS, depending on the multiplier factor. The big benefit is smoother motion, without messing up the game's internal resolution or graphics settings. This is just perfect for heavy titles, like Hogwarts Legacy on Android. The trade-offs is that it does not magically increase your real performance, and it can add a bit of latency or visual artifacts, like you see here, if you push it too hard. I really don't mind the trade-offs, so I just love this new feature. Another change I absolutely love is the added FSR support, or the other scaling modes, but especially FSR Fit option. Because I can't run Hogwarts Legacy at my device's native resolution, having FSR 1.0 with proper sharpness options makes a real difference. On top of that, the in-game FSR implementation for Hogwarts Legacy can be a bit glitchy for me. So being able to rely on GameNative's scaling pipeline gives much cleaner and sharper results on Android, as you can clearly see. This next one might not sound huge at first, but it's incredibly useful. The brand new Task Manager, right here in the sidebar, you can now see what's actually going on inside the container, running processes, resource usage, without leaving your game, which makes troubleshooting or killing a stuck process way easier. In 0.9.2, we get an in-game FPS limiter in the quick menu. Being able to cap your FPS on the fly is perfect for balancing smoothness, battery life, and thermals. It honestly feels very Steam Deck-like to just open the overlay, tweak the limit. Huge thank you to the devs for this one. It makes tuning heavy games on Android way more practical. They also finally fixed the performance HUD across the different wrappers. Before this update, I couldn't get FPS stats on wrapper version 2 at all, but now the HUD just works, which is super helpful, especially when you're testing new features like LSFG and FSR. There's so much packed into 0.9.2 that it barely feels like a point release. So let me quickly highlight a few more big ones. Recommended indie games in the main page, like you see here. Added support for Epic Online Play, so more Epic games can now go online properly on Android. Big improvements to touchscreen mode and gestures, which is huge if you swap between handhelds, Bluetooth pads, and pure touch. New Proton custom builds, updated Box 64, and fresh turnip drivers for newer Snapdragon GPUs, which all help with compatibility and performance for games. Tons of fixes for Steam Cloud saves, offline-online save syncing, and even random container corruption issues. Basically, your game library and saves should be a lot more reliable now. Plus quality of life stuff, like the new dialogues when something is missing, better error handling, and a long list of small game fixes for specific titles. I'll leave the link to the full changelog down in the description. So yeah, there is a lot of new and good stuff in this version. It doesn't even feel like a tiny point update. It feels like a whole new step forward for PC game emulation on Android. This was my quick overview of the brand new GameNative version. Huge thanks to everyone contributing to the project. Because of you, I can play games like Hogwarts Legacy on Android, and since I don't own a computer, I literally wouldn't be able to play them otherwise. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, or if you have any questions on my current setup, or any feedback you wouldn't mind sharing with me, let me know down in the comments. Until the next one, Leah out.